Is it focused? Okay, y'all. Hold on. Why does it look so orange? Am I really that yellow or am I tripping? Like, it's usually like a cooler tone. So, just got off of work, but I want to do this video so that I can get it edited and posted because book hauls usually aren't too bad editing. I have a good amount of books here. Oh wait, I think I'm missing. No, I got that one. Okay, so I think I have all of the books. They've literally been sitting on my couch for the past like 2 weeks. I was supposed to been film this, but I was waiting because there's 2 books that got released on the 18th. So I was waiting for them to get released so I can add them into this book haul. So I'm excited to talk about these books. I'm excited. I'm not sure if I talked about one of these, but one of these I think I might have talked about, and a couple of these you might have seen in videos, but a majority of them, like 75%, 80% of them you probably haven't seen. I haven't even started the video. Hello book-sipping world. It is I, Capri Nicole, and I am back with another video. Today we're gonna be doing a big ass black book haul, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm in my bag, but I'm in here too.
Yeah. How many books do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I have 16 books here. I usually include books on my Kindle as well, but I think I'm just going to keep it on the physical side because it'll be easier for me to edit. It'll be easier for me to get it posted for you guys. So we're just going to focus on the physical books that I have because I do have another video that's going to come out that's going to be like my Kobo haul. So like everything that I currently have in my Kobo, which she's sitting right here. So this is my Kobo. So there will be another book haul, but it'll be from my Kobo and from my Kindle. So those will be the ebooks. But today we're gonna focus on the physical books. I don't have them organized by genres. I really just like separated them by books that I already know the synopsis of and books that I don't know the synopsis of. I went through all of them. I kind of skimmed through the synopsis. I really don't like reading synopsis because they just give too much away, and I don't want to know who died. I don't want to know what trauma the characters are going through. I want to feel it when they feel it. Like, I don't want you to tell me. I don't want you to warn me before. I don't like reading a synopsis. I really just like hearing someone talk about it. I immediately add it to my Goodreads TBR. I buy the book. By the time I get it, I completely forget what it's about. So that's the way that I like to function. But I did skim through it because I love you guys, and I put a little sticky note right here of some info so I know what the hell I'm talking about. But we're gonna start from the top. This is the first book that we're gonna talk about. I don't know if I've mentioned this one. I know I talked about it in one of my Patreon vlogs, but this is a journal that I got for Christmas. It's called Inner Monologues. It's by one of my favorite cosplayers. Her name is Capri'sBookIsland. I don't know if you've seen her on Instagram, but she also like directs movies. She's a voice actress. I just love the way she just is unapologetically herself. She has her own journal, and it's so unique because like, so the left side has the illustration, if you could see. So the left side has this illustration, and then this side has the journal prompt, and it says the date, today's mood, today's affirmation, and then the prompt is dive into the depths of your emotions, recount a recent moment that stirred your innermost feelings, describe what you felt. I really like these prompts. I do prompts every Monday with my patrons. I usually send them up at 10 o'clock, but sometimes I send it a little late because I'll be busy at work. But I send up a conversation prompt every Monday with my patrons. So I really like this whole vibe where you just like give something to talk about, and then everyone talks about, you know, whatever I put up in the group chat. So this just reminds me of that, and I just love the animation style. Like, I've never seen a journal that has like a manga-esque illustration on the side. I really just love the way she just made this her own thing. Like, I've never seen a journal like that. I don't know if you guys have, correct me if I'm wrong, but I love this. I just love this. I love it. Like, I really do love it. So that is the first book that we have. It's not like an actual like reading book, but that's the first one we have. So I'm gonna go through the books that you probably already seen, I've already talked about, or I already know the synopsis of. Like, these are the start ones, okay? So the next one that we have is Girlfriend. So I just recently read this one in a Letters and Lattes vlog, which was the previous, well, probably the previous video. It should be a discussion video coming out before this. So I just recently did a Letters and Lattes vlog where I went to a black owned cafe, which doubled as a poetry bar. I didn't go on the day they did poetry, but I do want to check them out on their spoken word night, because like that's what they're known for. I went there and I read this graphic novel. I really enjoyed it. Following this main character, her name is Charlie, and she's moving to a new town, and her whole living situation is kind of changing. Her dad was in the Air Force and they did a lot of moving around, so she constantly was the new kid. But now her dad is retiring and they're kind of settling into his hometown, like where he's from, where he grew up, born and raised. Like, he has people there that he already knows, and she's determined to like fit in. She's determined to find her way. She's determined to find her friends. So it's basically following her journey, but she's kind of made herself into someone that she's not. She's following all of these magazines of like how to dress and how to act, and like certain things she pretends she doesn't like. But the friend group, luckily the friend group that she ends up meeting up with are these girls in the background, and they're very open and saying like, you know, they can tell that she's trying to hide herself. So I don't know, I really just love their friendship. I love seeing like her growth and her struggling with like just being in a new place and trying to be this like person that is like the cool friend or whatever. And just her relationship, or the relationship dynamic with her parents was also changing, because she was so used to always being with her mom, and now her mom got back into the workforce. She's a pediatrician, so her mom got back into the workforce, and her dad has more time at home because he's starting a business. It's like a carpentry business, and he's excited because he wants to bond with her and spend time with her, and she's just like kind of weirded. She's not weirded out, but she's uncomfortable with that as well, because like the parent situation has changed too. So I don't know, it's just a really good coming of age story. I highly recommend it for people who have kids. I know a lot of the Islanders have children, so I really recommend this one because it's a great coming of age book. And I don't know if any of you guys have kids that love to read with you. I think this would be a great buddy read book, because then you guys can sit and talk about it. It has really beautiful illustrations, really easy to follow along, very fun. So I definitely recommend it. I recommend it for adults as well, because it didn't feel childish. It really felt like relatable, because we've all been in situations like this. But I really do think it's a great coming of age story for children. So definitely check out Girlfriends if you have kids, or if you just want to read some black graphic novels. I highly recommend this one. Let's move on. Okay, so the next book that I have, I don't really have much to say on this one because it's the second book in a series, but y'all, the second that this touched the store, baby, I was there ASAP. Like, I'm so scared. If y'all don't know, Faybound was one of my favorite books that I read last year. I have 2 special editions of them up there on the shelves. I'm not gonna go get them because I've already showed them before, but I have one that's for my birthday that's pink and purple, and I have another one that I think Mio sent me that one. Yeah, I think Miosha sent me the other edition, and it's like a special edition from a book box or something like that. But it was one of my favorite books. So this is the second book in the series, and I don't know how to explain this, but it's basically following this world where it's divided between the humans, the elves, and the fae, and they're all beefing. They all have history of like their gods, the fallen gods, how they were divided. They're all living completely different lives, and two of the female faes end up in, I think it's like the elf world or whatever. It kind of gives me like Avatar vibes. Like, nature is very much alive. They have magical abilities. They have familiars, and the familiars have like a huge personality, and I really love the familiar. She's so cute. But yeah, it just gives me that vibe, and they're kind of going through like the history of like how they kind of split up, and they just don't like each other. Like, they're really just like rivals. All of them are rivals. I don't think the humans are even there or have been shown, but I think the humans are still alive. I don't know, but as of right now, we've only seen the fae and the elves. So this is the second book in the series, and it's following like 2 sisters that are there together, and it's just really good. So I'm excited to read the second one. This is one of the books that I was waiting on, so happy to have her join the fam, you know what I'm saying? Okay, the next one that I have, I'm also super excited about. I have all these sticky notes. My brain is always running, child. Okay, so the next one that I have is Kimberly Lemming's book, which is I Got Abducted by Aliens and Now I'm Trapped in a Rom-Com. I didn't read the back of this. I'm not gonna read the back of this. I just know that it's like some type of alien why choose book. Like I don't want to read it. I'm sorry. Like the other ones, I've read the synopsis of all the other ones, but this is the book that I'm reading this month for my book club, and I just want to go into it blind. Kimberly Lemming is one of my favorite authors. I've read all of her books, pretty sure. Like every book she's written I've read, and so far I do prefer when she was like an indie author, because my favorite books from her were the 3 from when she was an indie author. The one where she was traditionally published I did enjoy, but it wasn't my favorite. It had a few scenes that was like bangers, but I don't know. I'm excited to see this one. I've seen some mixed reviews, so I want to see where I'm gonna fall on this. And I think there's 3 love interests from what I'm seeing, but I also got new tabs, so baby, I'm ready. Like I got new tabs, I got new books, like I'm ready to get down. And this cover, yeah, she eats. I did apply for like an early copy. What is it called? An ARC. I did apply for an ARC, but I got denied. It's okay. It was my first denial of my NetGalley. It's okay, chat. We move on. And now I have the physical copy. I'm excited to read it on Fable. If you want to join us, you can. The next one that I have, I also believe I read this one in a vlog. It's called Heat of the Moment, and it's following this main character that's getting ready to move to a new city for work. And she goes out with her girls to like celebrate her new promotion and her new opportunities, and they play like truth or dare, and they dare her to have a one-night stand with somebody in the club, and she has like this hot and heated like one-night stand, you know, with this guy. And lo and behold, child, their lives are connected in a way where like her people know his people, and so they end up seeing each other again, and they have like this crazy chemistry. So it's just following that. It's short and sweet, some fire sex scenes. I will say these are some really good sex scenes, okay? Like really, really good. If you just want something that is just like, I feel like this would be a good baby urban romance book to start, because a lot of people, well, I know a few of the Islanders have DM'd me and asked me like, where do I start with urban romance? Baby, I am not the urban romance guru. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm more of an indie book guru. Like, I be finding the indie books, the Kindle books, whatever. But I am trying to tap into my urban romance bag this year. But I too am a baby urban romance reader, so I cannot even guide you. I would say I really enjoy Desiree. She has urban romance, but I wouldn't recommend you start there, because a lot of her characters are extremely problematic and insane. But if you like drama and soap opera vibes and family vibes where you'll like hate characters, love characters, whatever, I would say start with Desiree. But honestly, Brienne, I've read a few of, I think this is like the 5th book of hers that I've read. They're always short, and she just has like that vibe, that black vibe, like that urban black vibe in a book where people just like themselves. And I feel like it's a good starter for urban romance. So like if you want to start with urban romance and you're not really a big fan of it, but you want to give it another try, I would say start with this author, because her books are short and they're fun and the characters are all like very unique. So I already read this one. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, some really good sex scenes. Yeah. Okay, next one. This also was, I think this was in the same vlog, but this is This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. I love this. I listened to this one on audiobook, but I had to run it back so that I could annotate it. It's basically following this main character who is starting a new chapter in her life. She's like newly single, and she had a very traumatic ongoing divorce. She's just trying to navigate just the situation that she's put in, because it's very public, and she has to protect her 3 daughters. One of her daughters is like a huge daddy's girl, so she's also trying to figure out how to navigate that. And her love interest is the accountant who busted her husband, child, which is a mess. It's just messy, but honestly, they have such a patient love, and this one was really focused on her finding herself and finding self-love. And there also was like diary entries from her mother, which I really enjoyed that touch, because her mom also had situations that she was in where now that she's older and she saw her insight on those things, it's just more relatable. So I really love seeing her mother's diary entries. I love the way that he gave her space to like love on herself, figure out herself, and just navigate her life and figure out her shit, because her life was literally turned upside down. Like, just, she got sideswiped, like bad, real bad. And her husband, I need that man dead by like today. I hate that man with everything in me. But it was nice seeing her. I really love her family dynamic with her sisters. And I love the friendship dynamic with her and Yasmin. And I can't remember what the third lady's name is. But I like her. Her book is coming out in May, so I'm excited to read that. But it was really good. I highly recommend it. The love interest, his twin sons are on the spectrum, so he's also navigating through that, and I love the way that that was shown. So I definitely recommend this one. But I feel like everybody's already read this book, so you know, yeah. Okay. Speaking of reckless husbands, the next one that I have is a library book, and it's called The Art of Scandal. Baby, I have seen this cover everywhere. Like, I've seen this all over Black Instagram, like all the Black readers. I've seen this cover a lot, and I was just about to buy it, but then I saw that my library had it, so I had to snatch it up. And I remember vaguely what it's about, but I don't want to go too deep into it. But I know it's following this lady who's a wife, and I'm pretty sure her husband is a politician, and he gets caught up in a scandal. So she's like, okay, you want to play? We can play. You want to play? Let's go tit for tat. Let me show you who really get down. That's kind of the whole synopsis. I'm not sure who she ends up with, but I'm pretty sure she starts dealing with, what's it called? Having an entanglement. Jada Pinkett is so shady. Having an entanglement with this artist. So yeah, the cover eats, child. The cover, I love the cover. So I'm excited to read this one. The font is microscopic and tiny, but I need to pick this one up soon because it is a library book, and I want to return it so that someone else can have a read. Okay, the next one I'm going to talk about, I'm just grabbing because I'm not sure how to give a synopsis of this. But y'all, look at this cover. Come on, bro. I love it. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my god. I love seeing Black men with flowers. It's just there's an artist that I always see in museums, and he always paints Black men and then he puts flowers behind them. It's just so beautiful to me. I really love it, especially when it's very colorful. But I'm just so obsessed with this cover. I don't really know how to summarize this. I read the entire synopsis of this. I have no idea how to summarize it. It's basically following two brothers. One of them, I believe, is queer. The other one is kind of like the macho man, and he's kind of like the head of household, just like taking over things. I'm not sure if their father passed, but he's kind of the one that's like navigating through everything. And he's also a part of like a group that protects the town. I'm not sure if it's like a gang or whatever, but I think he's just trying to find out who attacked his younger brother. I think this is the older brother, and the younger brother was like attacked or something, and he's trying to figure out who did it because he won his fair one. So it's basically following just their relationship dynamic, the community, what happened to the younger brother, and I believe the younger brother is queer. There are some blurbs on the back. It says praise for pretty. It says a staggering achievement in young adult literature, a tender rendering of Black boyhood that makes you yearn for soul food and the people who you call home. That is so cute. I love that. Okay, and the other one says triumphant and deeply moving. Pretty is a life-affirming love letter to Black and brown queer boys that offers them hope and purpose. Hands down, the best book I've read in a while. Okay. Yeah, I really just love this cover, honestly. I just kept seeing it pop up on my feed, and I saw that cover and I was like, yeah, I need that. So I love books that focus on community, so I'm excited to pick that one up. Now we have this whole stack here. These are all the fresh ones. I'm excited to put these on my shelves finally, because they've just been sitting on the couch. But let me start. Okay, so the first one that I have The first one that I have is Don't Go Baking My Heart. And oh, I love this cover. But this is actually another library book. I had this one on my Kindle, I think, at one point, but I never read it. I think I read the first one, which I think was like sweet treats or something like that. I remember what the cover looked like, and I enjoyed that one. So I think this is the second one in that series, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. This cover, yo, look at that. I love when they have black girls on the cover with bright, colorful hair. I just love it. Like pink, gray, purple. Like, it's really just my vibe. But this one is basically following the main character. His name is Devin, and he is like head down, hard work, no play. And his coworkers kind of call him out for it, and they're like, you're mad antisocial. And he's like, I am not antisocial. Like, I get down. I know how to have a good, you know, a good time. And they not buying it. So they just like, okay, you like having a good time, then okay, prove it. So the job is having like this bake-off sale, and he start hyping it up, saying, oh, I'm gonna bake. What? My girlfriend's a baker. I can compete. I can get down with the team. He don't have no girlfriend, okay? And he cannot cook. So he just lied to all these people. But she is in his like friend group, like they all know each other, and she's kind of been like, she's just like the fun, energetic, silly one of the group. Just the off the wall crazy girl. Like, she is just the silly one, and she's been texting him and like poking fun at him because he's just so stoic and so grumpy or whatever, and she's been with him this whole time, and he just never responded. She just be sending him texts, he do not be responding and paying her no damn mind. But now he need a favor, so he's gonna ask her to help because she is a baker, I'm pretty sure. Like, I think the first book is following the girl that owns the bakery, and I'm pretty sure she's her assistant. Her name is Reba, and he's basically coming to her for help. He wants her to pretend to be his girlfriend, teach him how to bake, and help him win this little competition thing. And she lets her friends know what's going on, and they're like, you about to do what with who? Y'all don't mesh well, because they're two completely different people. And she's like, oh, we mesh well. So now she's determined to prove to them that she can make sure he has a good time. So they're both kind of in their own little competition, which is kind of cute. So I think it's going to be fun. I love like a sunshine, grumpy romance. So this one is going to be good. All right, that one's good. I already got my bookmark in this one because I have this for a vlog. Okay, the next one that I have is A Love Like the Sun, and I love this cover. I love this cover so much. I've seen this in, I think I saw this in Shaughnessy's vlog, and she was speaking really highly of it, and I think I saw it in another booktuber's vlog, but I can't remember who it was, child. But I kept seeing them like crying and deeply connected to this book, so I'm like, I need that. I need it. So this one is following the female main character. Her name is Lanai, and she's very to herself. She's a very homebody person, and Isaac was like her childhood friend, and they're very different. Like, she likes being in the house, he like being outside, like outside, and he ends up being like very well known on the internet. He's probably like an influencer or something like that. I hope not. I don't know how I feel about influencers and books, y'all. I'm not gonna hold you. I really hate seeing them talk about posting things and taking pictures, and I really just hate it. It's something about that I really just don't like. But I don't know. I just know that he is internet famous. He's well known. And I think that they have like a fake dating second chance. Well, not second chance, but they're childhood friends to lovers romance. And I think there is fake dating in this one. So I did not read the entire synopsis. I skimmed through it because do you see that? It's like 16 paragraphs, bro. Like, I'm sure they gave the entire synopsis, the entire book away. I'm not reading that. So yeah, I'm excited to read it because I've heard good things about it. I have Hobie. Hobie is the bookmark for this one. So yeah, I think it's gonna be good. If the cover is anything to go by. Okay, speaking of covers, the next one that I have is this beauty. I saw her on TikTok, y'all. I'll be finding some bangers on TikTok. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't think I know how to say this. Yeah. What the hell does this say? Amaranthine? I feel like I know that name. is that like a goddess or something? Amariathan. I'm gonna go with that. Amariathan. So look at this cover, y'all. She eats. Ah, she eats. Look at her. Yes, sir. It follows two main characters, Kyla and Kylie. So they were each other's first love, and you know how first love go, child. You just have your head in the clouds. Everything is beautiful. Everything is wonderful. You're planning your future, and everything is so glorious and magical. And then life be like, JK, all them plans you had. Go ahead and wrap them up, because it ain't happening. Like, it's not happening, sister. So that's essentially what happens with them. So it says, I'm just gonna read the first sentence. It says, Kalaya and Kylie Bennett were each other's first loves when they were teenagers. They started dating in 10th grade, and their feelings for each other only grew as the years passed. One of their favorite pastimes was planning out their futures together and looking forward to all the wonderful experiences yet to come. But you know what they say about trying to plan out the future, baby. It don't ever work out like that. Okay? But I think it's like a second chance romance. So I'm excited to read it. Ooh, okay. I like the way, okay. This text isn't that small. Well, it's a little small, but I like this. I like the way it's set up. I'm excited to read this. It's a second chance romance. It's got the gays, so you know I gotta support my girls. You know what I'm saying? Excited to read that. Next one. Is it another Kalaya? Oh, her name was Kalia, and this one is Kalaya. Okay, Kalaya. Okay, so this one I think is another second chance romance. So this one is following the main character. Her name is Kalaya, and she has these big dreams of being like a movie director, child. Like, she want her money. She trying to be a star. But she is a fallen star, because that shit never happens. And her college sweetheart, his name is Danny. I'm not sure if he's also interested in directing films, but he has made it big, child. Like, he is on every project. His name is attached to every success. And they end up having to work together. And I'm pretty sure they were college. They had like a college romance. So this is another second chance romance. And y'all, I'm sorry. When I saw this cover, oh, it's so beautiful. It really is just, look, all of the colors just look so good. The sunset in the back, the palm trees, her hair, it just gives like painting. Like, it really just gives like, this is a painting. I don't know. I really love it. I'm excited to read it. I have this one for a vlog on Patreon. I'm in the process of filming. It's for the vibey vlog, where we're like going to CD stores and stuff like that. Be working on that this weekend, so I'm excited to read this. But damn, why is this so long? 340 pages. I don't think romance books should ever be over 250 pages, because what the hell are we talking about? And these pages is filled from top to bottom. But okay. I see some mixed media in there. I'm still hopeful. We'll see how it goes, child. Next one that I have is The Accidental Queen. Now this one, oh, okay, hold on. I got my sticky notes on the back. I said that I was going to read the opening sentence. It says, unlike fairy tales of old, sometimes a woman must fight to save her king. So this one, from what I read, it's giving scandals, secrets, forbidden romance, and like The One That Got Away. I think they had some type of like flirtation romance moment. I'm not 100% sure. And I believe that the boy is in royalty. I think they're both in some way in royalty, but they reference New York. So I'm not sure if it's like set in modern day, but they talk about royalty and they talk about New York. So I'm just like, what's happening? What's going on? But I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to read to find out, child. Damn. Authors, okay. They really said we filling the entire page from tippy top to the very bottom. Okay, but yeah, it's kind of hard to explain this one. Like, like I read the whole synopsis of this one too, but I'll read the last paragraph. It says, secrets buried under betrayal emerge, threatening to destroy the bond between Ebony and Defari. So those are the main characters. Will they survive the sinister conspiracy surrounding them, or will their royal misdeeds and scandal topple their chance at redemption of true happiness? And it says his name is King Defari. Okay? And she don't got no title. So, yeah. And it says marrying a woman outside of his culture is strictly forbidden. And the clock is ticking for him to choose a queen. So he's a king. But it says New York. So I gotta figure out what that's about. But that's what is it called? The Accidental Queen. The Accidental Queen. And look at that cover, y'all. She's gorgeous. The purple really sets the tone, child. Okay. On to the next. I'm really excited for this one. I think this one's gonna be cute. Look at her. Oh, I love it. Look at y'all. And look close. Look at y'all. You cannot say this is not the cute. You gotta really see like their hair and stuff. Like, you really gotta see. Okay, so this one is, I think this is a YA, and it's either YA or new adult, but I'm pretty sure it's YA. It's following this main character who is studying abroad, child. She done made up in her head what this life in Paris gonna be like. She gonna be hitting the Paris streets, but when she get there, she is fighting for her life. Like, she trying to balance schoolwork, she trying to learn a new language. She's completely outside of her territory, and it's not at all what she was hyping it up to be. And now her ass is damn near failing the classes. So she ends up getting a tutor, and they end up falling for each other, of course. It's something about a romance set in Paris that is just very, just je ne sais quoi, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just gonna eat every time. I heard Paris is not all hyped up to be, and it's a little funky. But in my mind, I'm gonna pretend like she pretended in this, in this book, because the cover is just, it's really setting the tone. Like, the purples and the pinks really do it for me every time. And I heard this one is really cute. I think I saw this one on Shaughnessy's pages, on Shaughnessy's YouTube as well. But I really love this cover. I hate that Amazon gave it to me with this bent ass corner. You will pay for your crimes, but it's okay. I'll probably just order a new one. If I end up loving it, I'll order a new copy, because I cannot deal with that bent ass corner, because I didn't do that. But I'm excited to read this one. We got a little tutor and student romance, age appropriate. You know, ain't no age gaps with that one. All right, on to the next. Ooh, these last two, these covers eat, baby. These covers really do eat. But I don't know how to I can't read. I don't know how to explain this one. But this, Pretty Girl. Y'all know I love me an indie romance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Get into her. Get light. Look at it. Honestly, when it comes to the uproar of the book community and the shit they be complaining about, do you know who be listening? The indie authors. Y'all gotta tap the in, because every time people complain about something or say, oh, why don't we do this? Why don't we try that? Like, I remember all of last year, everybody was like, why is every interracial romance a black girl and a white man? Like, can we get some Asian boys up in here, some South Asian, we was asking for it. And they're delivering, okay? They have been giving us good food, and y'all have not been eating it, like, at all. Like, they have actually been delivering. But fear not, I will be talking about them. This one is kind of hard to explain, though, because the synopsis is semi-vague, but I don't know. I'm gonna read some of the back just so you guys can get like a feel for it. So it says, I don't wanna read the full. How am I gonna do this? Okay, I'm just gonna read as much as I can. Okay, so it says Ebony Young was having the time of her life at Night University until a night she can't quite forget. Clinging to the parts of her that keep her safe, she focuses on laying low and protecting others so they don't end up like her. And then it says Kane Yamada, I like that. Kane Yamada is looking for clues to expose a crime his friend Ren is involved in, but is only met with roadblocks. So they're on the opposite sides, but I think they both are working in some type of like juvenile delinquent moment, because she says she's trying to help people not end up how she did, like, and not end up going through what she went through. And he's trying to get to the bottom of a crime. And then they end up having to work together on a project, and they kind of digging each other. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to see what that's about. Like, ooh. 400 pages, sister. This font is big as hell, though. So, yeah. I just love how indie authors don't be giving a f. They said, listen, we gonna make this book gonna be 500 pages. Deal with it. And the last book is even bigger than that. But I'm excited to read this one. It has an interesting plot. The synopsis was very vague, so it didn't give too much away, which is actually nice, because then I can go into it somewhat blind. And if you're interested, it's called Pretty Girl, and it's by Anika Bailey. So check this one out. Like I said, it's the biggest damn book I've ever seen. Okay, look at this. I could knock somebody out with this book. Like, how many, girl, 540 pages? Was it ever that serious? Was it ever that serious? Honestly, the author, oh, it's some pictures in here. Oh, it's pictures in here. The author is so cute. She be on TikTok promoting the hell out of these damn books. So I'm like, child, let me go ahead and support her. This one is also super cute. Like I said, they have been delivering. We've definitely been getting some different interracial couples in books. So this one is called The Idol Effect, and it's I like her name, but I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. Katai. I feel like I said it right before I turned the camera on. Katai? Is it Katai? Katai? I'm gonna go with Katai. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that wrong, but I like the way it looks. So this one is following the main character. Her name is Katai, and her daddy is like the big dog of producers. He is like well known across the globe, child. She's just like the it girl, the princess, whatever. And she ends up having like the summer fling with this idol who is going through a hard time, and he's kind of like sheltering himself and like staying to himself, and he's just like, I don't want to be bothered. But when he meet her, he like, oh, because she's just like, she's just the life of the party. So it's kind of hard to be stoic when you're around somebody who's like the life of the party. So I'm pretty sure they end up having like a little summer romance, and then later on they end up meeting up. So I don't know, this cover eats, yo. This cover really eats. Now the page count is frightening me a little bit, sister, but this will be fun to read on the weekend. It'll be something to I really love this cover. I love a good summer romance. So you know, summer romance, second chance romance as well. And this is long as shit. So I'm sure we're gonna cover all the ground with this one. But I'm excited to check it out, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's get to that. I think that's it. I think those are all of the books. So those are all of the books. I'm looking around. We don't have any innocent bystander. That's it. Okay, so that is it. So those are all the books that I have from this haul. I can finally put them on my shelves, and they can stop taking up space on my damn couch. But let me know if you guys have read any of these books, if you're excited about any of these books. Let me know what books you're adding to your TBR, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Make sure you're supporting your local libraries, okay? I left a link in my Patreon that had like a way to get digital temporary library card. So you don't even have to just have a library card for your city. You can get because I do this all the time. You can get a digital library card and from a different state or a different city, and it'll be like for 30 days or whatever, and you have all of the books. Like if your library be on the bullshit like mine do sometimes, and you need more options, go ahead and get those temporary passes, you know what I'm saying? But support your libraries, y'all. Especially in today's day and age, we need them books to be easily accessible, okay? Let me know if you read any of these books, any books you want on your TBR, blah blah blah. Thank you guys for watching. If you made it to the end, please leave this emoji right here in the comment section below, so I know you made it to the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. A special thank you to all my patrons. Y'all, we had our first gaming live show. I was like a nervous wreck, but it went well. So I'm very happy that I set everything up. Well, we did have a slight malfunction, but I fixed it pretty easily. I'm just glad everything went well. I'm glad I got everything I need. I just have to get a webcam next so the picture will be clearer. But I'm very proud. So if you want to join us on Patreon, feel free. If not, I will see you in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Always remember, read a book, keep your life interesting, and I will see you next time. And a special thank you to all my patrons. Okay, I'll see y'all. Bye.
Oh, you ain't top off. Oh, you ain't Flintstone. Oh, you took a little roller off. Oh, you ain't big stone.